Long ago, before humans had discovered fire, they struggled to survive in a world that was cold and harsh. They hunted for food and shelter, but they were always cold and hungry. They longed for something that could keep them warm and help them cook their food. But they didn't know how to create fire, and so they lived in darkness. One day, the animals of the world noticed the humans' plight. They saw how the humans shivered in the cold and how they struggled to cook their food. The animals knew that fire was essential to human survival, and they wanted to help. The first animal to try to bring fire to the humans was the bat. It flew up to the sky and saw a small piece of burning wood. The bat thought that it could use its wings to bring the burning wood back down to earth. So, it swooped down and grasped the burning wood in its mouth. The bat flew back to earth, but when it landed, it accidentally dropped the burning wood. The wood broke into many small pieces, and the bat was left with nothing. This is why bats have small mouths today. The birds saw the bat's attempt and decided to try their own approach. They flew up to the sun and tried to carry a piece of it back down to earth. The birds knew that the sun was hot, but they thought that they could use their beaks to protect themselves from the heat. However, when the birds reached the sun, it was too hot, and the birds' feathers began to burn. The birds returned to earth with burnt wings and without fire. This is why birds have black-tipped wings today. Next, the four-legged animals decided to try to bring fire to the humans. The bear, the deer, and the buffalo all made attempts, but they were unsuccessful. They couldn't find fire anywhere, and they didn't know how to create it. They returned to the humans empty-handed, unable to help. Finally, it was the turn of the small, cunning mouse. The mouse knew that the humans needed fire to survive, so it decided to steal some from the fire-making god. The god guarded the fire closely, but the mouse was small and sneaky. It crept up to the god while he was sleeping and stole a tiny spark of fire. The mouse ran back to the humans and presented them with the fire. The humans were overjoyed and grateful. They used the fire to cook their food and stay warm. They were no longer cold and hungry. They could see in the darkness, and they could fend off predators. The mouse had saved them from a life of hardship and darkness. From that day on, fire became an essential part of human life. They learned how to create it themselves and how to use it to their advantage. They used fire to explore new lands, build cities, and create tools and weapons. And the mouse became a revered animal in many Native American cultures, known for its cunning and resourcefulness. The myth of the origin of fire teaches us about the importance of collaboration and resourcefulness. It shows us that even in the face of difficult challenges, we can find creative solutions if we work together and use our skills and knowledge. And it reminds us of the power of one of humanity's most essential discoveries, fire, which has allowed us to thrive and succeed in a world that is often harsh and unforgiving. Overall, the myth of the origin of fire is a beautiful tale that captures the spirit of collaboration, resourcefulness, and ingenuity. It tells us that even the smallest and seemingly weakest of creatures can make a significant impact if they use their wits and skills wisely. And it reminds us of the incredible power and importance of fire, which has been a crucial part of human